And we're live. Good morning, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude. I'm with my cousin this morning.
Jenny Winny.
I'm so excited to have you here this morning, Jenny.
Yeah, are you?
I am. And I was so excited that when I started the live stream, I kind of messed up a little bit. Did you notice?
Well, I saw my face and then I was like,
Yeah, I know. And
oh,
so if there was anybody out there in LinkedIn world and Facebook land and in the land of the X, they saw a brief glimpse of who was going to be here today. And I am excited to have, how does it feel to be back in the co-host chair with your cousin, the average dude?
it feels pretty average.
Does it? It feels pretty
Yeah.
average.
No,
Oh man.
actually, I told you this morning, it's like, hey, there's not as much pressure. You know what I
There's
mean?
not as much pressure. Do
Mm-mm.
you feel like you have matured as a co-host and you're going to be ready to get everybody's mind right today? Is everybody going
Yes,
to, by the time they finish talking to us and listening to us chit chat, are they going to be in a fantastic mood and ready to crush their day?
duh. Yeah. I
I
mean, it's
love
just
it.
Jenny. Come on.
Hey, now I don't know if you've watched this show since Freddie and I have started doing it, but over 450 days, I don't know what the exact account is. Every single day, we call it the Call of the Wild, and Freddie Blanton typically takes this role. Okay, and what he does is he says, "First sip."
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
Yeah, he screams at Jenny. Do
Yeah,
you
but
think we should? Do you think we should do that, or should we just have a cup of? We'd like take a sip of coffee.
I think we should
Okay.
not
All right.
go.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, first
yeah.
sip, everybody. Let's have it. Let's have a good one.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Mhm. Hey, look at there.
Who's
Joseph, Joe,
Joe is in the house. Let's see. Let's see
Aaron.
who we've got. We've got a few people. Joe, good morning, Joe. Great to see Joe here. And there's Aaron Jacobitz. You remember Aaron from the in-person event?
Yeah, I do.
Jenny Winny. Now my day can start.
Thank you,
Hey, big
Aaron.
big shout out to Aaron Jacobitz yesterday, who joined me, and we had a great Memorial Day
Thought about
broadcast,
that.
and I love his energy. You met Aaron at that event, don't you? Like Aaron Jacobitz' energy?
Oh, yes. Yes. Anybody with, I mean, it's like, it just, you feed off of it. I can be in a bad mood and they can have great energy. And then I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Exactly. Hey, so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I agree. Uh, there's let's see, there's Vicky Watts. Great to see Vicky
Good
Watts
morning.
here. Good morning, beautiful lady. Great to see Vicky. And then Antarctic Mike. Go
Wow.
Jenny. Hey, there's a blast from the past.
It
Great to
sure
see. And
is. I can
have
remember
you
talking with him. He was on the beach. Remember, he was walking on the beach as he talked
absolutely.
to us.
We've had so many great conversations with Mike. Great storyteller. He's coming back into the area. We've got a great group. And there's Paul P. Morning, morning. Great to see Paul Pappy here on the bus. I don't know if you've met Paul.
I
Let
haven't.
me ask you, Jenny. We've done a lot of different interviews through the years.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite guest?
Good Lord.
Any? I know that's a tough one. Not, I mean, just who comes to mind when you think about all the different guests that we've had? Does anybody pop come into your mind and just say, "Yeah, was a good one"?
I mean, okay, you know what's funny? Something
Yeah.
pops in my mind. Not
Who
as
is it?
not as in a good one, but as in like I got frustrated.
Yeah. Which one?
Um
I know which one. Flat Earth. Flat
Flat
Earth.
Earth.
Oh man.
Yeah. So that's probably not need to be said. We don't need to bring the energy down.
No. That's fine. The flat earthers. I remember
Woo!
that
I was
that
in
was
Chicago.
that was a tough one, wasn't it?
Everything I
But
said, it was like he was like a weatherman. He had things in the background. He was like, and then, and it's like you're on a paper plate and you walk. And I'm like, what? Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So that we've had flat earthers. We had that guy with the exceptionally high IQ. Do you remember that guy? You remember there was one guy that just had this like crazy IQ, and he was difficult to talk to, wasn't he?
Because we were like, huh? What? I was
So
like,
yeah,
yeah, he said something really, I'm like, I like bubble gum.
I like
Oh,
bubble
Jesse
gum.
Cole.
Jesse Cole.
Joe
Yeah.
said my most
Oh man, absolutely. Jesse Cole of the Savannah Bananas. Hey, look at DJ. I like that new profile pic for DJ. That looks fantastic, man. I like that. Uh, there's Jordan Dietrich. Good morning, Jordan. Great to see you here. Great group. Who else, Jenny? Who else was one of your favorites? Do
My
you
favorites, oh, I can't. He is. I think he's a coach now, but he played for Clemson. But he does all this stuff with the young ones now.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't remember his
Sorry,
name.
I threw that on you. That's hard to remember. But I was thinking about Henrik Blunt, the first interview that we had with
Oh,
Henrik Blunt, because he's such an interesting
oh
person.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. He goes. I mean, obviously, he was great.
Yeah.
But he also, he has a good accent too, so that makes it good.
And I use the word favorite. The truth is,
There's
no
not.
favorite. There's no favorites. There's
I mean,
just
honestly,
memorable guests. Memorable
Antarctic
guests.
Mike, I have to say, he was there on and he came on, and I mean, he just had such great energy too.
He does. And he's got great stories.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, the guy that, the storyteller, he did great stories too. Dave, he was on the plane that landed in the harbor. I mean, New York, that Sully,
Oh yeah.
Dave Sanderson.
Dave Sanderson. So he was on the plane that crashed into the Hudson River, and he was the last man on the plane wing.
That was a pretty good story.
Yeah, that was a great story, actually.
Oh, like, hey, you remember our first one? One of our first interviews, and you remember it was like a prop plane, and I'm going,
oh yeah. Hey Jenny, I wanted to bring that up later. The prop plane. That was one of the as a matter of fact, I will tell you the difference between working with Freddie and working with you. So I've worked with two different co-hosts.
Yeah.
If I say anything, if I said anything, you would try to find a way to connect with that message, right?
Absolutely.
But Freddie is not like that. Freddie's like, what in the heck are you talking about? and I
He's gonna pull you out.
I love the way, it's one of those things when you work around people that don't make it easy on you, that challenge you, because y'all, quite honestly, you're polar opposites in the way that you kind of conversate and connect,
Yeah. I want to make people feel at ease. And if Daniel, it's like if the average dude couldn't think of what he's trying to say, and I'm like, yeah, well, I'll blend that in. You might start talking about green beans right now, and I'm like, you remember when Savannah Bananas?
That's right. You try to connect it.
Yeah.
But Freddie needs to work on his empathy skills. See, he just doesn't care. He doesn't care about people.
So that's the beauty of him. That's what makes him so funny.
Hey Jenny, let me ask you this. What's the difference between meeting someone and connecting with someone? And I misspelled meeting, but I was in a hurry. What's the difference between meeting someone and connecting with someone? What do you think?
Meeting someone is like just surface level. I met you. I see your face. I've learned your name. Very minute details about somebody I met. Connecting is a deeper level.
Deeper level. Yeah. And so how do you think, so it's something that we talk a lot about on here. We call it the human being game. So we come in here, we try to get energized. We talk to people. We talk to people in the comments. We kind of get seen, heard. We're feeling good because we want to go out and we want to sell things. We want to connect with other business owners. We want to do things. How do we connect and not just meet? Because you can go to a networking event and shake somebody's hand and they say, oh, I'm in HVAC. And then you don't remember them ever again. They're not memorable. So in your experience being a business owner, how do people connect and be remembered in your world?
Well, I'll tell you this, and I know this, okay? I know this one. Connecting though, first of all, you got to quit talking so much, and not you, but people.
Yeah.
Listen.
I probably do, but
listen to the people. Listen. And the thing is that when you actually listen and you have something to contribute back, to me, that I have been talking to somebody. They asked me a question. I'm telling them, and I can tell that they are looking over at the ice cream truck driving by. And they're that to me makes me nuts. It's like, don't ask me a question if you're not going to listen to the answer. Then after you hear that answer, I always try to find some way of connecting and empathizing or something on that. For me, it is. You know what I mean? I also remember
Absolutely.
how a person, like, this is so cliche, but it's like you never remember what a person said, but you remember how they made you feel. You know,
Absolutely.
if a
Yeah.
person, if they walked off looking at the ice cream truck, they weren't even listening to me. I'm not going to remember you that much. You know what I mean? It's like, just, we're not connecting. But I don't know. To me, it's just getting on a deeper personal level.
I agree with you, getting on a deeper personal level, and it's one of those things where if we're trying to prove ourselves, right? If we're interviewing someone, and I think about podcasting, I think about sales calls, I think
Yeah.
about relationships of all kinds, a networking event. We've all talked to someone who immediately goes into their list of all the different things that they've done, and and trying to prove themselves, and that doesn't land right. And so when we really are self-confident enough to make it about the other, to make it about them,
Yep.
then they're going to connect with us. What do you think? What came into your mind right then?
I mean, right when you said that, it was like, when you make it about them. I mean, when you take a personal interest and I'm like, I don't know Paul Pappy. I like the
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
That's cool.
Let's bring. Hey, Paul Pappy has. When you see a comment, you let me know, because it's hard for me to think
No,
and
I
go
see
at the
it.
same
And
time.
the thing is, it's right. Connecting's an investment. Commitment takes effort. It does take effort. I mean,
Yeah,
meeting, no effort. Hey, this is Daniel Allison. He's averaging. Okay, great. That didn't take a lot. I didn't have to think, didn't have to remember, and blah, 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 blah. But it's like, yeah, connecting, it takes commitment and effort. It takes effort to take an interest sometimes, to try to find where you do connect. You know, you might not, you're like,
absolutely.
I mean, that's me.
Let's see what else we've got. Sometimes people ask you a question that is more about them trying to let you know who they are rather than find out who you are. Being
Absolutely.
genuine. Desperation and someone being genuine. Like, the truth will rings very loud, and someone that's not desperate is
Yeah.
also noticing. If they're
Yeah.
desperate, we notice. If they're not telling the truth, we notice. And it comes out in kind of subconscious ways, doesn't it? Like, we don't.
Yeah.
It's not like they. So that's different. Let's see what Aaron says. Never ask a question that you're not prepared to hear the answer. You know what that makes me think of?
What?
The O.J. Simpson trial. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
and so they didn't know what the answer was to if that glove was going to go
Until he
on
did
or
his
not.
hand out like humongously big.
I know. He said, "Look at this little tiny glove. I can't even
It's
get
just
it
a
on my
little
hand."
mitten.
But
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 I agree
absolutely
with you,
right.
Aaron. I don't, I mean, right there, you just saying it made me cringe, because I'm like, I don't ever ask questions I don't want to hear the answer to. I
Hey,
think I
we're
might already know
finding
the
out.
answer.
Well, with artificial, and this is something that we've talked about,
Oh,
educated buyers. So if someone wants to learn about your product or service, if they want to get caught up to speed, if it is kitchen equipment and HVAC, like Aaron sells, they can find out. They can know how much it generally costs, how often it breaks. They can get to the information, but they need somebody to execute. They need Aaron Jacobitz to take care of them, to get the right person on the job,
yeah.
etc. So it's that execution and folks that can handle the truth. What else, Jenny? Meeting and connecting. Anything else on your mind before I segue into something else here?
Get to Sagan.
I want to ask you, when we mentioned this, and we mentioned being able to connect was really a byproduct of this. And it's something I've been thinking a lot about. What is self-confidence?
It's a different, to me, it takes on a different meaning as we age, you know?
Does, yeah.
I think it does. I mean, it's
No,
just,
yeah, no, no.
I don't know. It's like, also to me, self confidence as I've gotten older is also being comfortable with myself.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I think that could be a definition for it.
Yeah.
Self-confidence, when we try to really put our finger on it, it's really feeling good about yourself, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
And
and
being yourself. And it's like, to me, self-confidence is being authentic. Like me and you talked about this from the very get-go. It's not, I'm willing to be embarrassed. I'm willing to, today I would say, oh, a prop plane propellers without,
yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm
yeah,
just saying,
yeah. Yeah,
it's like,
and let's explain what that was. Prop plane. Jenny wasn't exactly sure what a prop plane was, and if
and
you
then it hit
never,
me.
yeah, you never use that term. So I'm
It hit me
defending
like,
you. So that's
I
what
know,
I
but
do.
it hit me mid podcast or whatever. And you see a light bulb come on, and I'm like,
A prop plane.
propellers, duh.
Exactly.
It was just like, oh, but me back then, we don't talk about these things in front of everybody. Now I'm
That's
kind of
right.
like, I get it. But you know what?
What?
I've been doing like some projects with my husband, like some construction projects. I'm learning things I didn't know before. And I'd be like, I pretend like I knew, don't know. Now it's like, yeah, I feel very confident in my electrical knowledge now. And the
I
thing is,
love that.
oh,
I
I
love that.
know. But the thing is that it's like, I just am me. They laugh at it. They laugh at me on the job. Maybe it's just because I'm a girl on the job. I don't know. But it's like, you know what? It's like, I have self-confidence. Like, yeah, I don't know what that is. Tell me what that is and tell me what that does. And then I'll remember that.
That's right. Well, you're gaining confidence, and you've got the confidence to try new things, and that's where I wanted to go with this, because I think ultimately what we're all trying to do, regardless of any pursuit that we might have, we want to feel good, right?
Yeah.
We want to feel good about who we are and what we've done in the world, and it doesn't mean that it's all about us. It might mean that in order to feel good, we're very altruistic and we're doing a lot in the community.
Yep.
But if we want to feel good, I think it's a two-step process, and this kind of simplifies it, right? The first thing is this: know thyself.
Oh, yeah.
So kind of similar to what you were talking about. Maybe you didn't know what a prop plane was. Maybe I don't know a lot of things.
Exactly.
What I have learned by working with Freddie Blanton and doing this every single day, whether I felt like it or not, live, Freddie's going to say things. People in the comment, Paul Pappy's going to say something that I don't even know what the word is, or Joe's
Yeah.
going to say something, and you feel dumb. You feel
Oh,
like, man, I should know that,
right.
right?
Oh, absolutely. It's like you had you did some kind of networking event that in person, and this was very, very early on, and they were talking about the pipeline and about connecting through the pipeline, and I'm like, what's a pipeline?
What's a pipeline? A sales pipeline, right?
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mama didn't know that. We don't have. And at the time, I'm thinking pipeline. I mean, I know what he's saying, but I'm like, I'm gonna need you to use it in context so that I can understand. I mean, because I didn't know.
That's right. And so what ironically, a lot of these things work together, right? So the more self-confident we are, the more that we're going to find things that we don't know. And so how do we find things that we don't know? How do we find out who we are? And in my mind, it comes from this.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Right. Things, being around people that we don't necessarily want to be around because they make us maybe feel intimidated. They make us feel like we're not good.
Yeah.
We avoid situations and people and trying things where we're new. You had a successful business. What are you doing trying to learn how to be an electrician?
I don't know.
You don't even sorry, I got a mean face.
I don't know, Daniel. I don't know. Mama, help.
But you're doing it. It's uncomfortable because you don't know, but then you're finding out, then you learn, and then what? You feel good about yourself, right?
Yeah, you do. You feel good about yourself. I mean, you do, Daniel. It's like, wait, I want you to say, I don't know who these people. Larry.
Yeah, let's just say his name and hey, gang, I better late than never. Absolutely, Larry. Meet my cousin Jenny Winny. Larry moved down here to the south, and he's from like the Buffalo area.
Okay.
He's moved down here, but he loves the South, and he's a business owner and does a lot of content and stuff. He's been on the show. He's been to some live events. I think you saw it. You may have met him at the event. I think Larry was at the one you were there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But Larry says, hey, great to see Larry. Let's see what some other folks say. Paul Pappy says self-confidence is trust and belief in your abilities, knowing what you can and can't do. Amen, brother.
But also, I think self-confidence too, I'm just going to go a little further with that, is it, for example, we had a trencher out here that my husband owned. It just hadn't run in years. I'm like, okay, then it needs to be scrap metal or it needs to be fixed. And I'm going to figure out how to fix it. I changed the carburetor.
What?
I surely did.
Go, Jenny.
You should have seen. I wish somebody had videoed that. You should have seen me trying to take the oil filter on. I shoved in a screwdriver and kept twisting it. I changed the oil filter, the fuel filter, and the carburetor. Runs like a champ.
Nice. Yeah.
But it's like what I'm saying though, it's like know what you can and can't do, but also being willing to at least try to figure it out.
That's right. And you're going to be more prepared to walk into things that you don't know. Like Paul says, know what you can and can't do. Know what scares you, right? Yeah. Part of knowing yourself is knowing what scares you and what you don't want to do. But the truth, we think about feeling good and we think about uncomfortable action. And I'm thinking about different things to like illustrate this. If we've ever ran in a race, a road race, right? Like Cooper River Bridge Run.
Oh yeah, I've run it.
You finish the race. Is there anybody that's not smiling?
Right. No.
At the end of the race, it doesn't matter if you were first or if you were 5,000. You're man, I finished. I ran the race. It was hard. I didn't want to do it, but I did it, and now I feel good.
Yep.
Now then we run into how long is that feel good gonna last? Right.
Just a short little period of time on that one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So again, I want to just say this one more time. So, because I think it's super important. Self-confidence is a two-step process. It starts with knowing yourself.
Yeah. And
knowing yourself is not like taking an assessment on Facebook or doing a personality profile. I think in my mind, it's much more granular, right? How do we respond? What would you do in those different situations and things like that? And then number two, keep the promises you make to yourself. If you say you're going to do it and you do it, you feel good.
Absolutely.
If you say, I should do this, I feel better when I get up and I go and I do this, that, and the other and start my day like this, and then you don't do it, how do you feel?
You know what? Okay, then I've got a question here for you.
Yeah. Now you hit me with it. I know something's on your mind there as I said that. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm just going to say that there is, I can be self-confident, but I'm learning something new presently. And I can learn something presently by myself, but when it's in front of people, it's a different thing for me. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So I am, serving in a new capacity of, let's say, regulatory, finding out what codes, what permits, what accounting allows. And so when I'm sitting in on a group meeting and they're saying what they need and they're saying it to me, and sometimes it sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher,
Oh yeah. Wah.
Yeah. And so I don't want to seem stupid by saying, I don't really know what you're talking about.
Oh, wow. I love this. Yes.
No, I don't. It just made me sick to my stomach. Because honestly, that's something I know is coming up. And I'm frantically trying to figure it out these past few days so that I can be better aware for this meeting. And I still am not real sure what we're talking about.
You call out. So this is something, I'm glad you said it, Jenny Winny. You call out the elephant in the room. You tell them, hey, before we get this sets the stage for a confident way of letting them know that they sound like Charlie Brown, right? Right from the very beginning, in my mind, you let them know, hey, this is new turf for me. I'm not familiar with all the terms, but just what Joe says about you, Jenny. You tell them that in the beginning. Love Jenny Winny because she is curious for the right reasons to learn and even teach others.
Yeah.
People love to know things. And if they've got somebody that's curious and says, hey, I'm a logical, smart person, but I'm unfamiliar with this language that you're speaking.
Yeah, and I am. And they say it, and I'm like, and they're so, you have to understand, these are engineers.
Yeah.
Like, people that do this, and I'm like this. I'm over there like with a popsicle. What? What are we talking about? And they're saying,
I guess.
Jennifer, do you think that you could find that out for us? And I'm like, absolutely.
Absolutely. I love it. Yeah. And it does. It changes. I see context in Vicky's comment, and that's what's so important. I've given speeches before. That comment's kind of, I've given speeches before, and certain people be in the room, and it's got a certain energy to it, like you're a certain level of nervousness, let's
Yeah.
say.
Oh, absolutely.
But then I had someone that's a very successful that just has presence, right? That came into the room, and suddenly it changed the entire dynamic. I felt like, oh my God, I feel different
I know.
somehow,
It's like all of a sudden, I know.
Yeah. And I keep going back to this, and I did those who are here a lot, they know that I keep talking about this self-confidence thing, but I'm going to get to that comment in a second. Context is important. There's so many different acronyms these days for different things. Absolutely. They're speaking their own language.
Yep.
I hear people say the word resilience too, and I'm like, that's not even what Webster's says about it. A lot of confusion about what words mean and things like that, and communication. But like Aaron said yesterday, keeping the promises to yourself and making your 3 MITs. That's right. That's one of the promises. So if you promise to yourself, today I'm going to get this done, and this done, then you get those things done.
And I know you end up your show early, so let me just tell you this. You know
Yeah.
what you said though is usually my approach. Hey everybody, just want you to know I'm not familiar, so I'm going to ask some dumb questions.
Yeah.
And you might think like, how does she not? But that's how I usually approach it. And instantly it's like, there's nothing I can say at that point that would make me sound stupid because I already told them I'm not really familiar with this.
That's right. Give yourself a lot of freedom to do different things. Hey, we normally only go 15 minutes. I wanted extra time with Jenny Winny this morning.
Yep.
And hey, it was fun. So what we're going to be doing for the rest of the week, I'm going to be having combinations of folks. We're going to be having group discussions. I would love for you to come back if you can, Jenny Winny.
Okay.
We've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You pop in here when you can, but just know that we love having you here. We're glad that everybody had a chance to jump on the bus this morning. Final thought on this Tuesday. Now, Freddie is usually super motivational, inspirational. He's unbelievable, Jenny. Now, no pressure. What do you got for us?
Because I know how he does. He's always like, well, so my thing is like, hey, if you don't know, just speak up. Don't be afraid to try to learn something new and ask questions. It builds self-confidence.
I love it. Hey, see y'all tomorrow. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye-bye. Let's roll.